Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a system that's designed to cut right through all the noise and get your messages not just seen, but actually welcomed. So if you're tired of being ignored, stick around. You're in exactly the right place.
You know that feeling, right? You send a message you've spent ages crafting, maybe for a job, a sale, or a partnership. And what do you get back? Crickets. It just feels like you're shouting into a void. I want to tell you, you are not alone. And the problem probably isn't you. It's the broken, outdated system we've all been taught to use.
See, on one side, you've got the old way. It's all about these super complex, automated funnels that basically treat people like numbers on a spreadsheet. It's loud, it's aggressive, and honestly, it's exhausting for everyone. But on the other side, you have what we're calling the no BS way. It's simple, it's human, and it's intentional. This is about starting a real conversation, not just kicking off some robotic sequence. So our first move here is a really big one. We are completely ditching the traditional sales funnel. Yep, throwing it out. We're replacing that impersonal machine with something way more direct and way more human. And this is what we're replacing it with, a simple, repeatable 8-step loop. It's designed from the ground up to be calm and respectful. And you know why it works? Because it puts the most important element, which is you, a real thinking human, right back in the driver's seat.
All right, let's start with the foundation. These first 3 steps, they're all about the prep work you do before you even think about hitting send. And I'm telling you, getting this part right is pretty much the whole game.
So our foundation has just 3 parts. First, the signal. That's our reason for reaching out. Second, capture, which is where we organize that reason. And third, think, where we, decide what to say like an actual person. These 3 steps make sure that every single message is justified, organized, and totally authentic.
Okay, this right here, this is the first and most important rule of the entire system, signal. You only, and I mean only, reach out when you have one clear, observable reason. Not 5 reasons, not a vague idea, just one. If you can't state it in a single sentence, you don't have a strong enough signal, period.
Now, once you've got that signal, you move to step 2, capture. And just look how beautifully simple this is. You don't need some fancy, expensive software for this. All you need is a basic list with 6 columns: name, where you found them, the signal you saw, your one-line reason, the status, and the date. This keeps you organized without getting you bogged down in details.
Step 3 is to think. This is your moment to be a human, to actually decide what you want to say. And this rule about AI is absolutely crucial. You can use it to clean up your grammar or maybe simplify your wording, but you can never use it to invent your reason for reaching out. The intent, the why, has to be 100% yours. Okay, foundation is set. Now we're ready for action. Steps 4, 5, and 6 are where we actually do the outreach, and this is where that whole calm part of the system really starts to shine. The action phase is incredibly straightforward. It's just send one message, log what happens, and then, only if you need to, one optional follow-up. Notice how linear and simple this is? There are no confusing branches or automated sequences to worry about. So step 4 is as simple as it sounds. Send one, and only one, calm, human message. We're not using any of those automated drip sequences or pressure tactics. This is just a direct message from one person to another, based on that crystal clear signal you already found. So what happens when you get silence? This is step 5, and it is a massive mindset shift. You log it, and you completely reframe what silence means. Silence is not rejection. It's data. It's super valuable feedback that's telling you something about your signal, your message, or maybe just the timing. It's pure information that you can learn from. And what if you do decide to follow up? Well, the rule could not be simpler. Just one. You are allowed a maximum of one follow-up message. That's it. This isn't about nagging someone into submission. It's just one final, gentle nudge. And here's what that looks like on a timeline. You send your first message on day 1. If you hear nothing, you can send that one and only follow-up somewhere around a week to 10 days later. And after that, you archive it permanently, and you move on. You respect their silence, and you respect their inbox. Now, this isn't just a tactic you send and forget. The final 2 steps are what turn this whole process into a really powerful system that gets smarter and better over time.
Step 7 is your weekly review. You just look back at your list and ask yourself a few simple questions. Which signals actually led to a real conversation? Which messages just felt easy and natural to write? And which of those conversations felt truly aligned with what I'm trying to do? This is how you sharpen your instincts and get better.
And finally, we get to step 8, automate. But let's be super clear about what we mean here. The only thing you should automate are the boring memory-based tasks. Maybe it's the calendar reminder to do your weekly review. You never, ever, ever automate the thinking, the decision-making, or the message writing itself. That part has to stay human.
So let's pull all of this together. When you ditch those crazy complex funnels and you focus on these 8 simple steps, you're not just changing your tactics. You're adopting a much more effective, human-first approach to how you communicate.
At the end of the day, this entire system is built on 3 core ideas. It's calm because it removes all that anxiety and pressure from outreach. It's human because it's centered on genuine, real connection. And it's intentional, making sure every single thing you do has a clear purpose behind it.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Imagine for a second, what if every single piece of outreach you did was this focused and this respectful? What kind of doors could that open up for you? What kind of relationships could you build if you finally stopped shouting into the void and started having calm, intentional conversations instead?